In the heart of a bustling city, Jonah found himself in a peculiar situation, one that would make even the Mad Hatter pause. Each day, as the sun climbed its predictable path across the sky, Jonah zigzagged through life, not collecting checks or commissions, but rather, as fate had decided, paying rent for living in the minds of others. It was as though his very presence lodged itself like a favorite tune, uninvited but insistent, on the forefront of everyone's consciousness. One brisk Tuesday morning, Jonah meandered into a cozy little cafe on Almond Street. The air was fragrant with coffee and freshly baked croissants, and the chatter of regular patrons enveloped him. But as he took his seat by the window, there she sat across from him, the lady with the floral notebook. He didn't know her name until this moment when, by chance, he glimpsed her initials, M.R., engraved elegantly on her pen. She sat with furrowed brows, scribbling away, yet whenever she paused, Jonah could feel her thoughts creeping towards him, swirling like the steam from her cappuccino. Jonah had grown expert at decoding these gentle nods from the universe, revealing those entranced by his unintentional charisma. Miriam Rogers, she finally introduced herself without looking up, almost as if she knew he wouldn't ask. Jonah chuckled softly, raising a mock toast with his coffee cup. Miriam, it seems I've taken up residence in your thoughts. Terribly sorry about that. Rent's due. Miriam laughed, a reluctant yet amused sound. Oh, you're quite the character, Jonah. I've written about you 3 times this month already. And thus began his peculiar journey. Like a theatrical act, Jonah found himself drifting to different scenes throughout the day. Each character, a new chapter in his unfolding story. There was Avery, the bookstore clerk, who found endless inspiration in Jonah's quirkiness for her bi-weekly poetry meetings. Or Harry, the taxi driver, who nursed a habit of telling elaborated tales of Jonah's supposed escapades to entertained passengers. With each interaction, Jonah noted, the monopoly board within their minds was lavish with structures of imagination and whispers of fame he hadn't himself conjured. Each encounter, a page in his unintentional narrative penned by strangers who had unwittingly cast him as their muse. But it wasn't all joyous folly. This intangible wealth weighed him down with invisible chains, sparking something inside him. At dusk, Jonah found himself at the foot of a bridge, his thoughts blending with the seagulls' distant calls, the orange hues of twilight stretching across the sky. Here he met Clara, a lawyer drowning silently in endless paperwork, whose mind was an intricate web of puzzles and unfinished justices. You're offhandedly famous, you know, a synonym for enigmas, Clara mentioned, smiling wistfully as they sat, legs dangling inches above the river's meandering current. Is it a blessing or a curse? Jonah wondered aloud, eyes tracing the ripples below. Clara pondered, then replied, Perhaps the burden or the gift lies in choice, Jonah. Whatever lives rent-free in our minds, we decide what power to give it. Her words echoed within him, unveiling a truth hidden beneath layers of unwelcome notoriety. Jonah realized that he, too, played a part in their stories. His presence, his essence could enact change, inspire, even clarify a tangled thought. And as the city lights flickered on one by one, Jonah felt the transformation. No longer a mere resident occupying space in the labyrinth of others' minds, but a guide, a ripple creating endless waves. With each step home, inside his own vibrant ecosystem of curiosity and wisdom, Jonah felt a peace previously unknown, a silent pact with the city's inhabitants. He had rented space, yes, but had paid them in kind with fragments of their own wondrous tales, a part of each story, yet fully his own. That night, under a mosaic of city stars, Jonah slept, content in this implicit yet profound symbiosis, grateful for the somewhat peculiar place he had carved in an interconnected world.